Now, prepping for a fast. If you watch the video before this one, then you will get a more understanding of why I'm doing this one. So, prepping for a fast. I'm gonna make this as clear as possible. Now, a lot of us would love to do a fast. A lot of us can't even mentally think about doing a fast or physically, push themselves into a fast. Most times, a lot of us, as I've come across a lot of my clients, a lot of us actually prep ourselves for a fast and don't even realize it. Most of the time, we hear this: "I wasn't even hungry." Well, there you go. You know what I'm saying? The body naturally falls into being in the "I wasn't even hungry" or "I'm not even hungry," right? That's when you should take on a fast. So, prepping for a fast has more to do than just saying I'm going to go on a fast. Prepping for a fast is one way of making sure that your body is actually getting the nutrients, the water, the carbs, the sugars, the proteins, the fats, the minerals that it needs over a course of days before you can actually go into a fast. There's two ways that I'm aware of that you can go, well, three ways you can go into a fast. The first way is I'm going to try it. This is my first fast. I'm going to try it. I'm going to go as long as possible. Perfect. Go for it. You're gonna experience a lot of things like fatigue, headaches, body pain, nausea, wanting to pass out, wanting more sleep, and maybe even more energy. The second way I know is, oh wow, I did my first fast. It was pretty cool. I think I'll do it again. And wow, or it's time to fast now. Just do it. That's another way of doing it. That's a mental preparation because you already prepared and you already experienced it before. The third way is, which I've been doing a lot of, where I know I have, one meal every 3 days set up on my prior videos, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm doing it. I'm writing it, I'm putting it there because I do believe what you put out for yourself, you will eventually fall in line with it. And this is why I'm doing these videos. So when I look back, I can say, wow, okay, I was on it. Or what do I need to fix? Or this may be a storyline for someone else to follow. So, going into one meal every 3 days, excuse me, prepping for a fast, excuse me, prepping for a fast has a lot to do with listening to your body, right? Now, there are days when I'm hungry, I'll eat. Okay? There are days when I know like my body is in pain. Now I have to tend to the pain. I have to figure out why my body feels like that. What did I do? And let's say if it was um some strenuous activity, I know I tore some muscle tissue down, so I need to stretch. I need to take hot baths. I need to take more protein in. Now, people say you should increase protein. Now, let me talk about this real quick. Now, bodybuilders are to me are the masters of when it comes to protein professionals because they come out with this awesome physique on the day of the show. Now, think about that. They show up on the day of the show with the most perfect body that they can ever imagine. Think about that. Now, when people say, "Oh man, you should increase your protein," yeah, absolutely. But I'm 160 pounds now, right? Now, if I'm only taking in 30, 40 grams of protein a day, and I'm not even aware of how much grams of protein a day, but then I find out, up my protein doesn't mean go do 300, 400 grams. No, up your protein means start to gradually intake and meet your body's requirements if you're an active person. So if you're an active person, and as for me, I'm 160 pounds. When it comes to protein, I need just about close to or a little bit over 160 pounds of protein. I was telling my client the other day, I said a lot of people don't know that the different amino acids that make up the protein building blocks don't all of them don't go into the muscle. Some of them go to the DNA, some of them go to your bones, some of them go to your hair, some of them go to your skin, some of them go to your lips, your teeth, your tendons, your ligaments, your veins. Some are carried in the water, some are carried in the blood, but there is one that goes specifically in the muscle, and that's L-glutamine. L-glutamine makes up 60% of your muscle tissue. Think about that. Then you have the branch chain amino acids that lock on and keep the muscles from breaking down too fast, therefore endurance. So think about that. If L-glutamine makes up 60% of your muscle tissue, that means whatever muscle tissue you're supposed to have for optimal health, L-glutamine makes up 60%. So when you're taking in, the whey protein or whatever protein you decide to take in, it has all these amino acid profile. those different amino acids in there go for different things throughout the body, not just your muscle tissue. That's something to really think about. Coffee break. So that's one thing. So think about that. So when your protein is too low, we're not just talking about muscle protein. We're talking about the building blocks of the body. If your house starts to break down, you know you need bricks. If your house starts to break down, you need cement. If your house starts to break down, you know you need new piping, new different things to keep the body up. Make sense? So each amino acid is significant to what it's used for in the body and what it helps to create and produce, so on and so forth. Carbs in anatomy and physiology, it says that in order for your body to not tap into the protein molecules and use it for energy, your body needs a minimum of 100 grams of carbs. That's the anatomy and physiology book, a college textbook. Vitamin D is a natural steroid. If your vitamin D levels are low, things are going to start working off. They're going to be like, oh, we're not working today, etc., etc. Vitamin B, vitamin C are very overlooked. They're water soluble, they're in your system and they're out your system. Vitamin E is a inflammation. Very good. So inflammation. I was talking about this yesterday. So inflammation is really about cells robbing each other, and they clash into each other and they try to steal and take from each other, and they all get bundled up. And because one hasn't completed the circulation throughout the veins, right? Then everything else starts to collide and build up there as well. So you end up having a blood clot of some form of that particular cell. And it could be internal or external, as outside the skin, inside the skin. So that has a lot to do with the liver, right? And the liver and the kidneys as well too. They distribute, and they are filters for the body. So when you're lacking again vitamin B and vitamin C, those things like blood clots and basically inflammation can start to arise very quickly, right? And so what happens is vitamin C repairs tissue. It helps to repair the collagen of the body, which is like the different outer layers of the skin, the muscle, and the bones, and they help things to attach. Vitamin B, on the other hand, helps to carry and distribute information. So if you think of literally a bee, like a bee going to different flowers and carrying the pollen and back to the beehive, but each bee has different purposes, then that's what the bees are between vitamin B1 and B17. There's so many different bees that they all have a process. So when you're lacking bees, your body's actually lacking the nutrients needed to process carbs, proteins, fats, minerals, vitamins, waters, etc., and what is already inside of the body. When you're lacking C, you're lacking rebuild up of the body, and because they're water soluble, these things have to happen very quickly. So that's why they're inside the body and outside the body very quickly. So if there isn't enough of it, then that's when inflammation takes its role and starts to grow. Now, inflammation starts internally and will definitely grow rapidly, exponentially. That's how fast. So vitamin D also does the same thing. Vitamin E is good for inflammation too. Now, vitamin E can go in. Absolutely. Yes, you should. So, for example, like I was speaking about preventative medicine, a preventative disease. Um, so there's a doctor that said years ago, I watched this about 10, 11 years ago. He said when somebody has a cold, if somebody has a cold and they can't get to the doctor and all they could do is get to the pharmacy real quick, or like a Walmart or Kmart or something like that, you can grab the vitamin C on the shelf and take that 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C every hour, and by the morning, your cold will be gone. So, because vitamin C is water soluble, and I've done that too. I've done even up to 2,000, 3,000 milligrams of vitamin C an hour. And that cold, I would get a sneeze or a drip, and that cold is gone in 3, 4 hours. I'm good to go. So, before a fast, yes. Definitely before a fast, yes. So a good source of vitamin B's is navy beans. Navy beans is a good source of vitamin B. A good source of vitamin C is just a lot of berries, strawberries, oranges, um, grapefruit, lemon, lime, and then also if you supplement with vitamin C as well too, to up the dose and the quality and the integrity of the vitamin C before a fast. Absolutely, emphatically, yes. Vitamin D and vitamin E and vitamin A are fat soluble. Depending on your stressful levels of your daily activity, they're in your system about a couple of hours, depending on who you are and what type of life you live. And it's out your body within, like, some people 72 hours to a week. But it really depends on how it's absorbed. So another one, prepping for a fast, minerals. Again, every move that you make, this move that I'm making, that part of my spine that signifies, that's, excuse me, that's sending signals for me to move my hands and fingers like this, I'm actually losing calcium ions. Calcium ions are being released to signify my body to move like this. So every step you, excuse me, every step you take, every movement you make, minerals are the nutrients needed for electrical impulses in the neurons to signify your body to move. So that's why a lot of people have back pain, because the spine is like the central electrical nervous system, the main system that sends the well, the brain is the main system. The nervous system is the central system. It sends minerals to electrical impulses throughout the body, like fire up, keep firing. See, that contraction is this happening in different ways. There's different ways happening inside the body. When you lack minerals, you lack electrical impulses to send messages back and forth. Open, close, neurons shut and close, neurons move. Well, neurons stay there, excuse me. Neurons stay there, but the nutrients that go to this one into this one and keep firing out, outwards. So every move you make, every heartbeat, every liver, every time your liver works, your kidney works, your bladder releases, your testicles or the ovaries or the heart or the eyes, any internal organ that works needs minerals for electrical impulses to help carry and remove toxic waste, and also to carry good nutrients to that area as well. And it's water soluble. So when you're lacking minerals, your body cannot hold on to water properly. When you have enough minerals in your body, that's hydrating. Hydro, H2O, two molecules of hydrogen, and then oxygen. That's how your body hydrates, with oxygen and minerals. Those collab together creates a water cell in the body. Without two molecules of H and not enough oxygen in the body, your body will not create enough water cells. So they'll say, "Oh, your body's 75% water." Yeah, but how? You see? So I'm going to stop right here. So make sure that you load up. It's okay, try it. Because if you're sick, the doctor will give you some high dose of medicine of whatever it is to kill off that disease. So if you're not in a disease position or a hurtful position, you get ready to go on a fast, it's okay to go on a careful optimizing your intake of doses of nutrients and vitamins to make sure that you get what you need before a fast. Peace.